Howdy, folks. Eric here, back with another Pioneer brew. Couldn't stay away. Fascinated by this format. It's captured my attention. Let's say that. I think the open card pool on Arena is interesting, but it's not like too powerful, like perhaps a Timeless might be. And it's fun exploring what I had played in Standard and previous Standards in a more open format. Anywho, we're getting into it today with Pioneer CoCo Deserts, aka Burbzerts. We got birds, we got deserts, it's bird zerts or what have you. It's a weird pile. It's a pretty weird pile. First and foremost, we're an arboreal grazer deck, ramping us up to a ton of 3-drops that all care about landfall essentially, or allow us to consistently landfall. Couple Mossborn Hydra, couple Bristly Bill, couple Saz's Chocobo, 4 Iridescent Vine Lasher, mostly mono green except a slight splash for black. The all-star of this deck is Traveling Chocobo. 3 mana, look at the top card of your library anytime, play lands or cast bird spells from the top, and if a land or bird entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Yes, that includes the pings from deserts, that includes the pings from Iridescent Vine Lasher, and of course all of the additional counters that we get from Chocobo/Bill. It's a pile, folks. It's a pile, but it's a little unexpected. And the real key thing here is the Collected Company allows us to have these really crazy explosive accumulation of resources that we need to, like, say we have untap with 2 traveling chocobos on the field on turn 5. That combined with an offspring Iridescent Vine Lasher plus a desert, or if we have a free starter lookout on the field, it's like these things tend to add up for a crazy amount of burn damage. We're on 23 lands today. The other cool thing about being in Pioneer for this list is that there are old deserts that we can play. So we get like Hashep Oasis, if near Deadlands, Scavenger Grounds as Graveyard Hate in the main, which is pretty cool. I think it's a kind of sweet list. I think it looks a little underwhelming on paper, but when you see it in action, hopefully we can pull it off at least a few times. Surprisingly, it just kind of kills your opponent out of nowhere. Sideboards I'm still a little iffy on because, I'm not really sure what the meta is generally like in Pioneer. I have some ideas now. Couple Ghost Vacuum, Soul Guide Lantern, 4 Fatal Push, 4 Duresses. These probably could be Thought Seizes, I guess. I just don't own Thought Seizes. And 4 Tear Asunder. Guys, let's jump into it. Check out some Pioneer Burbzerts or CoCo Deserts if you want to be boring. And hopefully we can win some ranked matches. Match 1 on the play. Looking for an Arboreal Grazer. Okay, this is pretty close. We need a 3rd land for it to really pop off. It's kind of a risky keep. Yeah, let's keep it, because if we do hit a 3rd land, we hit our 4th, and we have our company online. It's a little risky. Try it out. Send it. Pioneer Burbzerts. Is that the dumbest name in the world or what? I just can't help myself, though. There are a couple other spicy birds you could play that kind of fit that, like, attrition idea. Okay, well, there's a land. So let's go for the Grazer here. Just accelerate our mana. Consistently hit our land drops. I guess we could have played a Vine Lasher beforehand. It probably doesn't make a huge difference. It's usually better to offspring this, I think. And once we get rolling on lands, we do a pretty good job of continuing to hit our land drops. Okay, because we have this land in hand, I think we can take this window to get our Vine Lasher on the field rather than go for the Green Blade. And by the way, these get big fast. If you've seen any of my other desert videos, it's like, yeah, they get big, right? But like the fact that we can also hit them off of CoCo means that we're hitting, like, in the late game, potentially a couple, like, 9-power creatures just off of a CoCo, which is kind of crazy. Reckless Rage. Kills a Vine Lasher. Yeah, pretty soon your burn damage is not going to be enough for my Outcaster Green Blades, though. think I'm just going to take this. Keep my material around here. Okay. Do we go for a green blade or a CoCo? Well, we didn't come here not to CoCo. I'm going to play this main phase in case I hit a Free Strider lookout. And I do. So let's just go for the high land play. Blooming Marsh. Free Strider lookout. Hit another land drop. And next turn we have double green blade. And they're pretty huge. So we can just play this Festering Gulch. They're at 10. It's adding up. It's adding up kind of quickly. No attacks. We have a lot of material to block with. They're a little stuck on land. We don't have that problem. I found if near dead lands to be pretty nice in this kind of matchup too, where they're on their like Emberheart Challengers or what have you. Probably gonna have to do a little bit of chumping here. Delay long enough for our green blades. I could double block. That's kind of an interesting idea. Yeah, it might not be the worst idea. Yeah, sure, why not? Go to 6. Now we have double green blade. And we have Sandstorm Verge and if near deadlands to clear the way for blockers. We could also grab a Hashep Oasis for a little flexibility. I think I'm just going to grab another ping land here. I guess I could grab a Hashep Oasis off of this one. Big boys rolling up. Or gals. Who can say? Or non-binary pals. I love the phrase non-binary pals. Shout out. It's a really good one. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. I guess the hat is tipped down and their visage is obfuscated, but perhaps that's the whole point. This hero could be anyone. Soulscar Mage. Do they have the resources to deal with my 7/8s? Playing if near dead lands. I think I can just start like killing their stuff off. Just start killing their stuff off. We're gonna lose some deserts in the process, shrinking our green blades, but I think that's okay. I can take the. I could deny a blocker. I think I'm just gonna start the damage here. I guess I maybe should have swung in first, putting them at 1 for a possible ping kill. Bit of an oof. Hopefully it doesn't bite me here. They kind of need a lot to find the kill here, I think. I mean, this is not bad, but it won't be enough. Did we get game 1? Match 1, game 1? In the books? Against... Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, well, they got it. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. It was close, though. It was close. I guess I could have just held back a creature, but I don't know. Maybe I should have played it a little slower. Let's bring in the Fatal Pushes. Maybe we just want Duresses. Try to hit the Corey Steel Cutters out of their hand on the play. Reduce their sort of critical mass of card advantage. I think the Hydras look pretty poor here. Line up pretty poorly into their removal. Maybe cut a bill. Cut a... maybe we only need 3 Duress. Yeah, try it like that. On the draw. Sorry, on the play. Pretty good hand here. We have an Arboreal Grazer set up pretty nicely into our double Lizard. Could lead on a Duress. I think it's probably better to just lead on the Grazer. I don't think they likely have a turn 1 thing I want to nab. This is probably okay. Open up the possibility of a like turn 2 Ranger, maybe? Outcaster Greenblade? That's what I meant. Could have nabbed this talent, I suppose. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna jam. I'm gonna go for the Vine Lasher. I'm not scared. Begin the pings. They could have like a pyroclasm here. Not outside of the realm of possibility that they're on pyroclasm. I would probably trade a token for a Swift Spear if they wanted to. See what they got going on in hand. This town ain't big enough, huh? Wow, it's been a while. I guess we just take this town. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this town. I can afford to ping them here and then hold up the Scavenger Grounds effect next turn, I think. Bolt your face. Pass it back. See if they hit big on this Firebrain scheme. Emberheart Challenger. Not bad. But I'm doing a pretty good job at blocking their board here. Just block a Swift Spear. See if you have another spell. Nope. There's no world in which they're not casting that Challenger anyway, right? Play a Scavenger Grounds. Be able to interact with their graveyard here. We need a big body on the field to sort of stem this aggro tide. CoCo would obviously be a really good draw. A Green Blade would be pretty good too. I mean, any of our creatures would be fine. This town, off the top. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Prowess is kind of a messed up mechanic, huh? Yeah, I guess you just suddenly have a huge board. I guess I have to start chumping. Let's chump with the Vine Lasher here. Okay, we know they have a land in hand. Back to me. Saz's Chocobo. Yeah, probably not going to be enough. Probably not going to be enough. Pass it back to you. See if they draw the fatal instant or sorcery or non-creature or whatever. Experimental Synthesizer? Yeah, that's going to do it. That's going to do it. Man, we were so close game one. I thought we had a chance here. Maybe I should have brought in the fatal pushes. Let's move into game two. Match two here on the play. Yeah, pretty good hand. We have a sort of fast start here with this Grazer and whatnot. We can definitely get a lot of ramp going. It may have been... Maybe it made more sense sequencing-wise to lead on the Chocobo. But I kind of always feel like we want to go turn one Grazer. Duress will hit nothing. We just have a pile of creatures. Swamp. Well, I'm going to get the Vine Lasher online here. I know it's like, once again, the sequencing for the Chocobo situation, but always swing with the 0-power creature. I think the sooner we get the Vine Lasher on the field, the more that, the higher the chance of us just burning them out is, you know? So now we get to go Chocobo, Adventurers in, play the Lookout, more land drops, hit them for big. If near Deadlands, okay. That'll be pretty nice right now. Clear the way for some blockers. Swing with the 0-power creature and the lizards. Clear the way of blockers, I meant to say. What you got for me, Alex Nico? We're ramping. It's all on the board. It's all right here. Blooming Marsh. Gonna hold on to the Blooming Marsh. Or sorry, gonna hold on to the Desert in case we draw like our 3-mana bird or the Freeze Rider Lookout. Just go for a Blooming Marsh here. Gonna fire up this If Near Deadlands to clear a blocker here, as foretold. Oh, I didn't have double black. Okay. Well, swing for 3. No double black, but now I do. So next turn I can start utilizing the dead lands. Fatal Push on Saz's Chocobo. Feeling okay still. I mean, they're at 10. They'd have to have a pretty good sequence of things to keep me from burning them out here, I think. I guess they just start killing the Vine Lashers, but that feels pretty bad for them. Another Chocobo. Not bad. So we get to go... Yeah, we get to go Chocobo, Heath. Kill off this Blade of the Oni. Ooh. I guess we could just kill off the Mosswood Dread Knight. Start swinging in with the Clifftop Lookout. Maybe that makes a little more sense. Every little piece of damage adds up here. Gonna hold back on the Vine Lasher, though. Trade with my Clifftop Lookout, okay. Pretty sweet. Sentinel of the Nameless City. Well, we've got Ifnir Deadlands on our side. Vine Lasher. Jam. Just got to start hitting land drops now. Probably our best draw, maybe Outcaster Greenblade, Collected Company, probably our best draw. Or like the 3-mana bird into Traveling Chocobo into land on top. Would just kill them, I think. Ritual Chamber, big demon on the field. Well, that is pretty big. There's a land. Ping them. They're going to start recouping some life next turn, probably. Activate the dead lands. Gonna go on the Sentinel here. There's a chance I get to just kind of kill it next turn. If they don't make it bigger. Just sacrifice this. Could swing in, hit them for 2, but then they're going to gain back the life anyway. I think it probably makes sense to hold back. Unholy Annex. Do they have another land to turn them both on? That'd be kind of messed up. Thoughtseize on top. Gonna skip on that. Fatal Push on a Vine Lasher. Okay, so they're not dead to a desert anymore, or one of our ping deserts. Bristly Bill. Yeah. It's good. We don't quite have the lands to support it right now. Well, get Bill on the field. Maybe changes the dynamic a little bit next turn. Gifted Aetherborn. Cool. Another Unholy Annex. I mean, triple Annex is probably going to get this pretty quickly out of reach. I know they only have 2 online right now, but... yeah, we basically need a Traveling Chocobo on top. Or a Collected Company into something nasty. Arboreal Grazer... yeah, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Pretty much our worst top deck. Let's bring in the Terra Sunders to be able to answer those annexes. I think the CoCo... I think we have a pretty good chance here. Maybe we just go down the Grazers in this matchup, since we're more on, like, we just need... being on the play, though, with the Grazer... It's a horrible top deck. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, we play 1 Grazer. No, let's just cut the Grazers here. They're generally very good, but in this sort of like attrition grindy matchup, I kind of feel like we'd rather not draw into those ever. Other than the one in my opening hand, you know. Gotta mulligan this. Gotta mulligan this. Okay, 2 lands. Yeah, I mean... we could get there here with this, I think. Probably keep the... let's get rid of the Vine Lasher. Let's get rid of the Lookout. Just keep the stuff that's like kind of good without any other resources. Cecil. Another CoCo. We just need to hit our third land drop. Off the top here. Off the Tizop. One time. Come on. Duress. Alright, takes a CoCo. Fair enough. Okay, well there's a land. Not going to complain about that too much. Would have been nice if it was untapped, but we'll take it. CoCo, a card that's near and dear to my heart. The very first big tournament I did, and not even big, I think it was like Modern State Champions, state championships. I top aided or top forward, top aided, top forward. I think top forward with it was Malira CoCo in like 2014 or 2015, right when CoCo came out, right after Pod was banned, and people were like, I don't know what we're doing here. I think I'm gonna go for the Traveling Chocobo in this position, just in case there's a land on top. Okay, play the Blooming Marsh, pass it back. And so it was a very early iteration. There were no deck lists online for this, and it was just like take the core combo of you know, Kitchen Finks, Malira, etc. I believe that the Anafenza also just came out at the time. And just CoCo into it, you know? Viscera Seer, that whole thing. Had a great time. Okay. Well, I think we just go for our CoCo here. Jam. So, I think our best... Wow, we have a lot of options. Double Green Blade's really nice. As far as, like, the longevity of hitting our land drops goes. Another Traveling Chocobo kind of goes crazy, though. It's probably like Free Strider Lookout plus Green Blade here. We can guarantee hit a crime. Grab a Festering Gulch. Double burn off the Festering Gulch from the Traveling Chocobo. Hit another land. Bird on top. That is eventually quite good. We have a huge blocker for them to, a huge blocker for them to deal with. They might have like a board wipe. Oh, they're trying to flip their Cecil. Do I just let this happen? I kind of think I just let this happen. Put them to 7. They're not kind of respecting the possibility of me just like getting them. Plus, I have this Terrace under. Maybe I just block. Yeah, maybe I just block here. Put them to 7. You know, it's not like the Green Blade's going to be getting in anytime soon anyway, probably. Fatal Push changes things a little bit. Fatal Push. Maybe I should have played around that. Not used to having to play around that. Go for a Saz's Chocobo. Clifftop Lookout. See what we hit here. Hash up Oasis, not irrelevant. Yeah, that double Fatal Push thing. I guess I maybe in retrospect shouldn't have just shouldn't have blocked. Once again, it's been so long since I've had to worry about it. Was not top of mind. Fatal Push. Pretty good. Just take this, I guess. See what they end up doing here. Cry of the Carnarium. Creatures get blah blah blah. Exile all creature cards in all graveyards. Okay. Play a Green Blade. I could like Terrace under this Trespasser, but I'd have to discard a card to do it. Maybe we take this Arid Archway. Or I could go for like an If Near Dead Lands. Put the Trespasser to make it a 2/2. Discarding this Terrace under. That way they That way they can't kill me next turn if they kill this green blade. I think that's okay. Oh, I guess I could just terrace under the green blade now. Yeah, that's probably right. I'll just go for that. Do it now. Playing around Fatal Push on their turn. See if they have anything. I could fire up my Hash Up Oasis. Just try to kill them. Sacrifice a desert, but then it gets +3/+3. Did we do it? Do you have removal? 8/9? Abrupt Decay. Oh. Okay. Well, a Clifftop Lookout might get there with a Hash Up Oasis over the course of a couple turns. Grab another Gulch. Outcaster Greenblade. Going for it. It's kind of sweet, like the utility of these additional deserts that we get to play, and you can play more than them if you more than the amount that we're playing if you wanted to. Outcaster Greenblade. Kind of feeling like we got this one. Let's grab a Sandstorm Verge here. I think I can play it. Gonna go for Hash Up Oasis again. This beats a single Abrupt Decay. Just sacrifice this. Doesn't super matter. Sweet. Okay. Good game. Good game. Hopefully we can pull out game 3 here. Do we want the Fatal Pushes? Nah. I kind of like what's going on here. Maybe Ghost Vacuum to fight their Trespasser a little bit on Drain. Plus it triggers Crime every turn for the Lookouts. I think this is probably just fine. Try it like this again. On the draw. Game 3. Pioneer Burbzerts. Got a mulligan this. Yeah, okay. Try this. Turn 1 Chocobo, turn 4 CoCo. See if they have any hand rip. There's a Duress. Okay. Outcaster Greenblade, good draw. Could have a Fatal Push in hand. Ooh, second Chocobo is really, really nice here. It's bad into like the Carnarium card that they have. Maybe I should have staggered these a little bit to play around that. Kind of looks like they don't, which is nice. If they're choosing to Fatal Push here. Mutavault. Yeah, the Unholy Annex Mutavault combination is pretty cool. Oh. They have it. I wonder if they just drew it. Traveling Chocobo, huh? Play a Hash Up Oasis. Go for the Greenblade here. Yeah, I guess we just start grabbing some ping deserts. Start speeding up the clock a little. Graveyard Trespasser. Well, we're going to be bigger than a Trespasser for a little while. Saw's Chocobo. That's pretty nice. What's the best sequencing that we can do here? I kind of want to just go like Traveling Chocobo, see if we have a land on top, and then just play the desert. Hydra. Swing for 3. Beats. Hydra's a pretty good hit. That's going to get out of hand kind of quickly. No blocks here. We don't really care about this Graveyard Trespasser. The thing we would care about this at this point is like a real, actual, factual board wipe. At this point, all of their removal, it doesn't line up super well against what we're doing. I guess the Abrupt Decays are pretty good. Okay. So we go Chocobo, Hydra, play the land on top. That's really nice. CoCo. Ooh, baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I could just swing with the Green Blade here. Trade for the Gifted Aetherborn. Probably doesn't super matter. Yeah, I'll just wait. I could, if near Deadlands, the Gifted Aetherborn at some point. Turn it off, basically. Unholy Annex. Well, that's not going to be enough. In fact, I would reckon that they are just dead next turn. Land on top. We'll play that. Double up the Mossbar Hydra trigger. And at this point, that's usually just enough. It's a 16 power creature. We can also go CoCo, see if we hit another land drop off of that somehow. Okay. Pretty sweet. 1-1. Good run against the Golgari mid-range list with a mid-range list of our very own. Let's head into the next one. Match 3. On the draw. Pretty good hand. We get to curve out nicely, at the very least. Playing against Goin 92. Rank 925. Blooming Marsh. Check out my Blooming Marsh, brother. Actually, against a Blooming Marsh deck, it's probably better to hold on to the Iridescent Vine Lasher and just wait to Offspring. Kind of force a 2-for-1. Multiversal Passage. I'm going to guess this is pretty much exactly what we just played against. Let's go for the bill. If it gets Fatal Pushed, it gets Fatal Pushed. Do we see an Annex? Unholy Annex. Tyvar Jubilant Brawler. Sweet. Some kind of Insidious Roots deck? Is this a combo deck? Curious to know what's going on here. Let's go with the Vine Lasher, and then we can begin the pain next turn. Free Strider Lookout plus Desert. Swing into Tyvar. I'm going to imagine they're just going to block with the zombie army. Makes sense to me. This has to be an Insidious Roots deck, right? And I'm going to go so far as to guess this is also like they untapped my Bristly Bill. That was kind of them. Maybe like Agatha Soul Cauldron list too. Like amassing one creates a guy with a counter. Cauldron, triggers the roots. And there's a Collected Company. That's pretty cool. Jam. Gonna be able to buff up these lizards to make a pretty good swing on this Tyvar. Assuming we hit a land here. Pretty likely that we do. There's a forest. Bringing the pain. So we kind of get the best of both worlds this turn. Quite a lot of damage to their face, as well as clearing up this Tyvar. I'm not sure what nefarious plans they have in store for me, but I don't really want to find out. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. Kind of nice for me, actually. Just a little bit. Might not be too relevant, but might not be bad. Main deck Scavenger Grounds also. Okay. Oh. Cool. Well, I think I'm going to go for a CoCo main phase here. Try to hit one of our Traveling Chocobos. Just go absolutely nuts. Take a Green Blade. Take a Lookout. I mean, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Grab. Probably makes sense to grab like the Sandstorm Verge here. Trigger the Lookout. Trigger some crimes. Trigger Bill a bunch. And we love that. Forlorn Flats. I mean, this is what I was talking about in the intro. It's like, once you get like start hitting your CoCos and just get this kind of crazy board, all of your landfalls just go absolutely nuts. Just absolutely nuts. I guess we buff Bill here. I think this opens up a decent attack. Keep the pressure up. 6/7 Outcaster Greenblade, by the way. Who knew? Deserts and Pioneer. Deserts and Pioneer. Court of Calling. Woe Strider. I don't think that matters too much. Oh, I guess they get to flip Liliana. That's cool. Am I in danger or am I chilling? I really don't know. Hit them for 3. I mean, that's going to be pretty relevant. No more lifelink for them. Their list is sweet. Their list is really cool. I don't know what's going on, but it is cool. I'm guessing they're trying to put Priest of Forgotten Gods under a Soul Cauldron and just kind of combo off with like a Tyvar plus Insidious Roots for like a non-deterministic sort of infinite idea. Plus Woe Strider, you can sacrifice creatures to scry. Sacrifice a creature. Bye-bye Clifftop Lookout. There's Tyvar. Oh, untaps Priest of Forgotten Gods. Okay, pretty cool. Sacrifice a creature. Well, I hate to see the Vine Lasher go, but I think it's probably my worst creature right now. The little extra damage is kind of nice. Maybe the Green Blade is just... Maybe the Green Blade's the worst, actually. It is big, but, like, they're going to block anything, like, anything I swing with anyway. The Vine Lasher gives me a little bit of reach. Lookout gives me an extra land drop. Bill is Bill. They're kind of going crazy. They've taken a lot of game actions this turn. They reanimate Priest of Forgotten Gods. They can activate the ability. That's pretty sweet. Okay, I have to sacrifice another creature. I suppose it's the Vine Lasher, because at this point, these two kind of force blocks here. Another Priest of Forgotten Gods. What is going on? This is awesome. I mean, this is awesome. But what is going on? Okay. Didn't they already activate Tyvar? Oh, they untapped the Priest, right? So they still have a -2. Well, I guess I have the Sandstorm Verge. I can Sandstorm Verge counters on Bill and double Bill's counters for lethal. See what else they have here. Okay, Elvish Mystic. So weird. Traveling Chocobo. I kind of think maybe I have to hold up the Scavenger Grounds activation. So let's go... Let's go Chocobo. Play this Adventurer's Inn on top, I guess? That seems fine. Oh, another Chocobo on top. Start putting counters on Bill. Force him to block next turn. Make sure we don't tap our Scavenger Grounds here. Play this bird on top. Festering Gulch on top. So if I play this Clifftop Lookout, I burn them for quite a bit. Still, I think I have to hold up the Scavenger Grounds. Swing at their face. I mean, if they don't block, they're just dead. They don't block. Very ballsy. Play Clifftop Lookout. We know what's on top. Ping ya to death? Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I guess we have to put these bill triggers on the stack. Pretty sweet stuff. Our opponent was doing some crazy stuff, though. Opponent was doing some crazy stuff. Bring the ghost vacuums. I guess we want the fatal pushes for their priests. Kind of makes sense to me. Hydra seems good in this matchup. Kind of everything seems good. Maybe Bill can go down a Green Blade. They're just kind of gonna get blocked. Do we want the Soul Guide Lantern? I kind of feel like Ghost Vacuums are enough for what they're doing. Go down a Lookout. Go down a land on the draw. A little risky. Just cut a Forlorn Flats. Try it like that. I don't know, man. Okay. On the draw, game 2. Pretty good hand. Gonna keep this. Turn 1 bird. I mean, we're just gonna be a little delayed here. We'll play out our tapped lands in sequence. It kind of works fine out. It works out fine for the landfall idea anyway. Looks like they're going to be on a fast start. Well, there's a grazer to speed us up a bit. So maybe we go for that. Pedremal Cub. Okay, fair enough. Priest. They're out of the gates here. Let's play our grazer, I think. Yeah, let's go for the grazer here. Just accelerate our plan. Go for a turn 3 CoCo, I think. Woe Strider. I mean, they have stuff. It's hard to argue with that. Activating their priest. Pretty cool. A little extra mana here. Badgermal Cub. Maybe I just go like Chocobo Bill next turn. No, I think I'm going to go CoCo. I don't know if they saw it last game. Maybe I can catch them off guard with it. Plays around the priest a little bit. Oh, this isn't activate as a sorcery. Crazy. I guess I just take it then, because if I do it in their end step, it denies them the opportunity of using the extra card on their turn. I don't know. Go for a Lookout. Grab a Vine Lasher to sacrifice to the priest. Another if near dead lands. We could just activate that. Kill off their priest. It's kind of interesting. I think I'm going to go for a Bill plus Traveling Chocobo idea here. Start getting on the board. Present some real blockers. Okay, another bird on top. Not the worst. Ping them for 4 out of nowhere. Double 1/1 counters. Go on. You know, I guess I probably should have put the counter on the Vine Lasher to start, because I'm going to sacrifice the Lookout anyway. That was a bit of a goof. Pass it back to him. See what they sacrifice here. I mean, they don't really necessarily want to even give up any of this material. Okay, they sacrifice a land and a Woe Strider. kind of makes sense. Do I just have to sacrifice Bill here? I'm going to sacrifice the Lookout, I guess. I mean, the Priest of Forgotten Gods is killing me pretty quickly by itself. Tyvar. Get to untap this and hit me for quite a lot. Okay, this is a sweet deck. Maybe no Soul Cauldron. Maybe no Roots. Just all in on this Tyvar idea with the Priest. I'll bring in the Fatal Pushes if I didn't already for Game 3. That maybe even seems more important than the Graveyard Hate in general. Kill off the Bill so I can block. Fatal Push. Whoa. I am just like dead. I'm gonna scoop that up. Wow, that was explosive. Let's bring in the Fatal Pushes. Full set. Go down to 1 Ghost Vacuum. And maybe we want the 2. Go down the Hydras. And maybe we go down the Bills because they just don't line up very nicely against what they're doing. It's like they die very easily to the Fatal Pushes, and they're gonna have a lot of chump blocks for Bill anyway. Or like a Bill buffed creature. This is pretty good. Good enough at the very least. Has some action going on. Lands and spells. Certainly things that we want to hit here, but this Chocobo might put in work if they don't have an answer for it. Shock Mystic. Outcaster Greenblade. Maybe I just play a Vine Lasher here so that I can, like, consistently play these 3-drops in the future, I guess. It's a better curve out, I suppose. No interaction on my part. There's a Tyvar. Untaps the Elvish Mystic, but I can kind of force... I can force them to block here if I just play this Clifftop Lookout. That's not bad. It's a little less pressure next turn compared to like playing the Outcaster Greenblade, but taking them off of this elf might be relevant. Collected. Oh, they're also a CoCo deck. That kind of makes sense. See what they hit. Did you whiff? Holy shit. Uh-oh. Okay, rolls down the Tyvar. Brings back an elf. Not super great for them. Probably gonna start activating this priest. Flip their Liliana. We'll sacrifice this Clifftop Lookout. Kind of just extra fodder here. They're starting to roll. Is this a mana dork? Is the priest a mana dork for Badger Mole Cub? It is, right? That's kind of stupid. I mean, there's no reason for that, really, but I'm sure it comes up sometimes. Elvish Mystic. Okay, can they cast another CoCo here? Is that what they have? That would be downright disgusting. This combination is pretty sweet. The Liliana plus Tyvar. Another Tyvar. So they get to untap their priest if they want. And they want... They do want... Well, give up the Vine Lasher. I have this If Near Deadlands. I can't activate it quite yet, but it's almost relevant. I also have the Scavenger Grounds in play. Arboreal Grazer. Huh. Do I need to hold up my scavenger grounds? I can just, like, make them sacrifice this goat to my chocobo. Play a Festering Gulch. Play a Grazer to sacrifice to the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Post-combat. Swing in at the Tyvar. Interesting stuff. I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in Pioneer, huh? I like that it's not like nearly as busted as Modern, even necessarily, really, right? That's kind of the idea. Play a Grazer. Guess we put in this Adventurer's Inn. Hold on to this Scavenger Grounds. See if they have anything relevant in hand. Hopefully they just have lands. Each player discards a card. Well, yeah, that's going to be pretty good against me. Kind of forgot she had that. Fatal Push. Wah, wah. Pass it to me. Well, sorry, attacks me. I don't know where my brain went there. Attacks me. Untaps the Woe Strider. So I could just go, like, activate the Scavenger Grounds now, and then activate the If Near Deadlands next turn. Do I have enough mana to do that? I give up a desert, and then I guess I could sack the Scavenger Grounds. That doesn't seem super worth it. Outcaster Greenblade. So we can play a Greenblade and hold up Scavenger Grounds again. That's not bad. Grab another desert here. Guess it's just another Festering Gulch. Maybe we can force them to block. Like if I grab the Hashep Oasis here, can I force them to block this Grazer? That's kind of nice. That might be even better than the Scavenger Grounds thing. I could be wrong. I guess I can't force them to block the Grazer, but maybe in the future it's relevant. Yeah, this is tricky. This is real tricky. Grab the Hashep Oasis. Could be relevant for my Grazer in the future. Play it so that they can't make me discard it. Hold up the Scavenger Grounds activation. Tricky stuff. I think I'm only going to play 3 matches here, by the way. Win or lose. We've had some fun, I think. Gonna try to get ahead of the curve a little on my recording schedule. To, I'm going away in a couple weeks. So this is sort of part of the veil, behind the scenes sort of stuff, but gonna try to get like a week or so of surplus content. So part of that might involve, do I let them get this back? No, I guess they're gonna want to roll up the Tyvar anyway. I think I just have to activate the Scavenger Grounds here. I think I just want to keep them off of material. This could be wrong, but the nice part is I get to continue to activate the Scavenger Grounds, but it does cost me some lands. So I might just do, for the next, I don't know, 20 or so videos, not best of 3, but 3 matches just to show off the deck. And rather than, like, typically I do 5. And see how that goes. Sort of allow me to more easily record a couple videos a day. Activates Tyvar. I kind of think I'm losing this one bigly. I don't have a big like whopping response to anything that they're doing here. And even if I draw like CoCo right now, I don't quite think that's enough. And my removal kind of lines up poorly with what they're doing. Fun match though. We brought it to game 3 at the very least, and I had a lot of fun playing Burbzerts. I hope you enjoyed it when it went off. I think there are some interesting ideas going on there. Once again, the idea of like collected company enabling just a critical mass of synergistic, like doubling triggers and then extra landfalls from the Free Strider lookouts, and just the huge Outcaster Green Blades. I thought it was all pretty cool. Managed to win a match. Well, still exploring Pioneer, or exploring Explorer, if you will. So let me know if you enjoy the Pioneer content. Usually I post standard videos. I think I'm gonna mix in some Pioneer from now on, just to broaden the pool with which I can like make decks, I suppose. Running out of wild cards for standard, running out of ideas. Although Lorwyn's coming out soon, and that set has a lot of cards I'm excited about. Definitely going to do a Kithkin deck. I'm kind of a Kithkin guy now. I don't know why. What do we have here? Oh, I went to a pre-release on Friday and a two-headed giant pre-release on Sunday, and managed to like open/trade for a Johnny's and many of the Kithkin rares, like the Bristlebane Battler and the Lord, and et cetera, et cetera. I know I sound like such a filthy fucking casual, but I'm excited for these. I'm excited for these Kithkin. I don't know why. And another idea I'm excited for. There's the Slumbering Giant, Slumbering Walker. I talked about this a little bit in the last video. I think there's something to this card. It's a 5 mana, this guy. 5 mana, 4/7. Enters with 2 -1/1 counters. And at the beginning of your end step, you may remove a counter from this creature. When you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. The fact that it triggers on end step and not upkeep, and the fact that it's power 2 or less, meaning you can return stuff like Ice Tail Explorer or a Boroid, God forbid, or Badgermole Cubs, etc., etc. The other interesting thing is it says at the beginning of your end step, you may remove a counter. So it doesn't have to be a -1/-1 counter. So if you just play like Abandoned Air Temples or Ouroboros, eventually this thing will start getting +1/+1 counters to trigger every turn. I mean, maybe it's a bit of a win more card, I don't know, but the idea of using this with something like Ice Tail Explorer, where you just have this like green-white value pile of, I guess the fact that it's all out of your graveyard kind of makes it lose some points right now in standard, but I'm excited. All of that is to say, thanks for watching. I'll be back with more daily standard or maybe Pioneer content, or maybe some other game entirely. I've kind of been throwing around the idea of doing sort of a small Let's Play series in the midst of all this as well. Might have to change the name of my channel, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just be the Eric MTG forever, or maybe we can be the Eric TV, or maybe I'll start a whole separate channel for my quote-unquote Let's Plays or whatever. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds, but yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, one other small thing that made me laugh, story time. Story time, if you're still here watching. The Flamehold Grappler video is popping off for me. It's like the biggest, fastest growing video I've posted so far. And it's such a funny, ironic thing that that's the video where my like computer decided to shit the bed a little. And it's bittersweet. It's a bittersweet occasion. The fact that it's like doing well, but also if that's your first impression of me and you're just watching this clunky like laggy gameplay, it's a little sad. So we'll take what we can get, I guess. We'll take what we can get. Anyway, have a beautiful day. I'll see you on the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.